Chapter 62, Calamity. Outside the building, Huang Long stopped and whispered to Wang Lin, "Here is the scripture library. You can go inside. On the first floor are mainly techniques for the qi condensation stage. You can look around in there, but focus your attention on the second floor, because that's where the techniques for foundation building stage are. I'll wait for you outside." Wang Lin was a bit nervous. He took a deep breath and walked inside. This building had 4 floors. On the first floor were numerous pieces of green jade, floating on shelves and emitting green light. Sidhu Nan mocked, "There is no need to look. What kind of things are there? These are all low-quality techniques. Back then, I won't even bother to look at them." Wang Lin didn't rush up to the second floor or listen to Sidhu Nan's words. He walked to each piece of jade and checked out what techniques were inside them. His hand also formed seal to test out the techniques. Wang Lin picked up a piece of jade and closely looked at it. "Top quality technique, Fire Dragon." Sidhu Nan immediately said, "Piece of shit, top quality technique. This is clearly the low quality fire control technique. My soul fire technique is a real top quality technique." Wang Lin was stunned. He put it down and picked up another one. "Top quality technique, Earth Escape." "Trash, complete trash. Where I come from, you can get this from anywhere and they dare to call it a top-quality technique. My 5-element escape is a real top-quality technique." "Top-quality technique, Wind Blade." "This is still trash, I know Howling Gale. It is 100 times more powerful." 9-day Thunder Formation." "What is all crap? It is clearly just a bad thunder technique. Why give it such an powerful sounding name? Trash." "Immortal Transformation." "This is kind of interesting, but still trash. I know Greater Immortal Transformation. It is 100 times more powerful." Sidhu Nan mocked each technique one by one, making Wang Lin frown even more. He finally couldn't stand it anymore and went to the second floor. There weren't as many jades on the second floor, just a few dozen jade floating in the air. Sidhu Nan lazily said, "All of these are low quality. There is no need to look at them." Wang Lin wryly smiled and thought, "You are a senior from a rank 6 cultivation country. Of course, none of these techniques are good enough for you." Sidhu Nan urged, "Wang Lin, you don't need to look at this. Quickly find a place to go into closed-door training in, and once you reach foundation building, you can leave this small sect." The previous mood of anticipation had all been destroyed by Sidhu Nan, so Wang Lin walked out of the scripture library, frowning. When Huang Long saw Wang Lin leaving, he was stunned and asked, "You picked that quickly? You have to carefully choose. This scripture library contains the best techniques in the cultivation country of Zhao. Other people don't even have the qualifications to enter. You shouldn't waste it." Wang Lin's expression was a bit odd. Sidhu Nan's mocking and elder's praise caused a large conflict in his heart. He said, "Disciple has already chosen." Huang Long frowned and was about to ask him which technique he chose when the entire pine peak suddenly started to shake. "I am Xuan Dao Sex Pu Nanzi. Juniors of the Heng Yue sect, quickly come out and greet me." Huang Long's expression suddenly changed. At that moment, more than 10 figures rushed out from the surrounding buildings. The 2 figures in front were the most noticeable. One of those 2 had a red complexion with eyes that were clear and piercing. Next to him was an old woman. Her face was full of wrinkles and was very gloomy. She coldly looked at Huang Long and Wang Lin, then silently looked into the sky. Behind those 2 were 10 elders, all with bitter expressions on their faces. Sidhu Nan seriously said, "Wang Lin, there is a nascent soul cultivator outside. The Heng Yue sect is in big trouble now. You should find the chance and escape. With me here, I can temporarily make it so that he can't sense you. HMPH, if I had my body, I wouldn't be afraid of a mere nascent soul." Wang Lin took a deep breath. His expression was very unsettled. The red-faced old man loudly said, "Senior Pun Nan, I don't know why you have come to my Heng Yue sect. Please tell us." A tall figure appeared in the air. His face was very dignified and said, in a low voice, "If it was 500 years ago, I would be intimidated by the Heng Yue sect's defense formation, but looking at it now, it is only so-so. After I have broken this formation, I'll talk to you juniors." With that, he waved his hand and a small black-colored hill appeared. This small hill started moving and created wind, which soon created a giant tornado. Both of his hands formed a seal, and a few very complex words came out of his mouth. The giant hill slammed down toward the ground. A light screen appeared between the Pine Peak and the Heng Yue Peak. The light screen formed a concave bowl and blocked the blow for the Heng Yue sect. No less from a great sect from 500 years ago. This defensive formation will have some advanced techniques behind it. It can spread the power of the impact around, but I have to see without a nascent soul to maintain it how many of my attack can it take. Pun Nanzi let out a cold smile. His hand quickly moved and formed another giant tornado and slammed down again. The red-faced man's expression became pale. He swiped in the air before him and created a rift. He quickly went into the rift, and the people behind him followed. Huang Long quickly whispered, "Wang Lin, follow closely." With that, his body shot like an arrow and went into the rift. Wang Lin took a step and closely followed behind them. At that moment, the tornado smashed down again. A thunderous roar appeared when the tornado hit the light screen. Rainbow color lights shone from the light screen, which was barely holding up. Wang Lin entered the rift. After he exited the rift, he appeared again on the stage on the Pine Peak. Right now, the red-faced man and the old woman sat on top of one of the 8 white jade pillars. Their hands formed many different seals while chanting some complicated chants. On the other 6 white jade pillars sat 6 other foundation-building elders. Each of their faces were bitter and unsettled. The old woman said, "Huang Long, quickly, gather all of the inner disciples here. The greatest disaster my Heng Yue sect will face is this." With that, she spit out a mouthful of core energy into the white pillar. Huang Long's body shook. Without a word, he charged toward the bridge back to the Heng Yue Peak. HMPH. It was able to withstand 2 attacks. Break for me on this 3rd attack? Pun Nanzi let out a cold snort. He spit out a mouth full of nascent soul energy into the small hill, and it grew 10 times its size, covering the sky over Pine Peak. With a bang, one of the white jade pillars broke, and the foundation building elder on top of the white pillar bleed from his orifices and fell onto the ground.